Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ni Muhammad Anif bin Muhammad Nasran. Today I'm gonna talk about milling machine, or milling process, or introduction of milling. First thing we need to know, milling is the process of machining using rotary cutter to remove material by advancing a cutter into a workpiece. This may be done varying direction on one or several axes, cutter head, speed and pressure. Milling cover a wide variety of different operation and machine, on scale from small individual part to large, heavy duty gang milling operation. It is the most commonly used process for machining custom part to precise tolerance. Milling can be done with a wide range of machine tool. The original class of machine tool for milling was the milling machine. After the advance of computer numerical control, which is CNC, in 1960, milling machine evolved into machining center. Milling machine augmented by automatic tool charger, tool magazine or carousel, CNC capability, coolant system and enclosures. Milling center are generally classified as vertical machining center or horizontal machining center. This is all about milling, and this is the example of milling machine.
Assalamualaikum, I am Muhammad Afif Shafi, and today I would like to present the types of milling. Actually, there are many types of milling process, but for this case, I only take two types of milling, which is face milling and end milling. First, in face milling, the cutter is mounted on a spindle having an axis of rotation perpendicular to the workpiece surface. As the relative motion between the cutter teeth and the workpiece, face milling leaves feed marks on the machine surface. In face milling also, the tool axis is orthogonal to the surface to be generated. After that, the tool doesn't cut with its face, which is as the name of the method indicate, the face milling. And as you can see and watch the video, the peripheral cutting edges primarily remove the metal, and face cutting edges acting as a secondary cutting edges. And the second one is end milling. End milling is versatile and capability to produce various profiles and curved surface. Besides, end milling has a straight shunt or tapered shunt which is mounted into the spindle of the milling machine. In addition, milling can produce a variety of surfaces at any depth, such as curve and step. Then, end milling is also an operation of producing narrow slot, grooves, ways and vertical flat surfaces on the workpiece. And for lastly, end milling can be performed vertically, horizontally or at an angle in reference to the table. And I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, and my name is Muhammad Ashraf Ishaq. Today I would like to present to you about type of milling, which is peripheral milling. So what is peripheral milling? Okay, peripheral milling is a machining process in which the milling cutter is placed parallel to the workpiece. In other words, the milling cutter is positioned so that the sides of the cutter grain away at the top of the workpiece. So it means the milling cutter was positioned in parallel to the workpiece. Means that the teeth or the cutter teeth will face on the workpiece, basically face on the top of the workpiece. So if you cannot imagine that, I will show you the picture of the process. So this is the position of the peripheral milling teeth. So you can see the milling cutter is on the top of the workpiece, so it can process very smoothly. Okay, next we go to the advantage of peripheral and comparison with face milling. So face milling and peripheral milling is not same because peripheral is work on parallel with workpiece, but the face milling were perpendicular with the workpiece. Positioning and placing is very slightly different, but and effectiveness of face milling and peripheral is very different because the peripheral is more removing the large amounts of material, but the face milling is just less than of the less than amount of the material like peripheral millings do. So that's it from me about peripheral milling. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I will talk about advantage and disadvantage of milling process. As we know, milling process is widely used in manufacturing industry. Okay, let's jump to first advantage. First advantage is speed of cutting. The best thing about horizontal milling machine is that this cut faster, and based on milling machine in use, this can make a multiple cut at one time. At the time of facing and pocketing the chip can be removed way quicker than lathe machine. Okay, next, precision. The horizontal milling machine are also helpful in reducing the risk of human error by offering tight geometric tolerance and precise computer-enabled cut. This will make the cut more precise and accurate. Okay, next, better surface finish. The surface finish of the material machine on the milling machine is better because of multi-cutting edges. Okay, the disadvantage of milling process. First, higher cost. A cost to purchase this machine is expensive than the manual device. It also costs higher to maintain and operate the machine. Okay, next, high skill required. Higher skill required to operate this machine. The worker need a proper training and they should have a engineering or mathematics background to operate it. Okay, lastly, high temperature are generated. When high temperature will generate in milling, so milling cannot be used in hot rolled steel or casting.
Hello, today I'm going to present about possibility defect of milling. Most defects in milling are inaccuracy in a feature dimensions or surface roughness. There are several possible causes for this defect. So let's begin with our explanation. For our first defect is incorrect cutting parameter. If the cutting parameter, such as feed rate, spindle speed, or axial depth of cut are too high, the surface of the workpiece will be rough than desired and may contain scratch marks. Also, a larger depth of cut may result in vibration of cutter and cause inaccuracy in the cut. So let's continue with the another defect. Next one is dual cutter. As a cutter is used, the steel will wear down and become dull. A dual cutter is less capable of making precision cuts. So next, the last is unsecure workpiece. If the workpiece is not secure tempered in the future, the friction of milling may cause it to shift and alter the desired cut. So thank you.